Welcome to Baja Yogi TV. My name is Alex, and today we are going to be flowing through a happy hips flow. So everything dealing with hips. Grab what you need and let's get started. We'll start standing. You can start at the front of your mat, but just for visual purposes, I'll stand in the center here. We'll begin with mountain pose. So come to find about hip width distance with a slight space in between the feet. Stand up nice and tall, root through the toes, spread wide at the toes, root through the four corners of the feet. So that means the mound of the big toe, the pinky toe, and then the two back corners of the heel. Roll back through the shoulders, allow the hands to rest alongside, soften the face, and find stillness and peace as we settle in with a few breaths. So deep breath in and out with the nose. As you ground yourself, begin to lift the knees. Breathe as you find a gentle draw in of the floating ribs, roll back with the shoulders, a gentle tuck of the pelvis. And then as you maintain your grounding, on your inhale, reach your arms up overhead, join your palms together, and gaze up towards your thumbs. Roll the shoulders back, no shoulder airing. So reach up nice and tall, continue to breathe in and out of your nose. Finding length with every breath as you reach through the fingers on the inhale and depth with every exhale as you ground deeper through the feet. One more deep breath in. And on your exhale, release your right hand to come down to your right thigh. Take a deep breath in, lift with the left hand, exhale over to the right side. So as this is a side bend, I want you to keep your left arm alongside your left ear, spread open across the chest, and breathe. Remember, every inhale we're finding length as we reach through the top hand, every exhale depth as we lower with the bottom hand. Keep the chest nice and open and breathe. Into the left side body, in out of the nose. Inhale, slowly reach to the center, switch out arms, exhale, the left arm over to the left thigh, reach the right arm up, inhale, reach, exhale, over to the left. Keep the right arm alongside your right ear, spread open across the chest, length and depth, every inhale and exhale. Inhale, slowly back up to the center, join both hands. And then exhale, hands come down to the sides. We'll move it into a standing cat-cow. So the same postural movements as the cat-cow that we would take on figure four, on all fours, but we'll do it standing. So the hands come to the tops of the thighs. Find a gentle squat. You can open your feet a little bit wider. Now on your inhale, we'll find our cow pose. So send the stomach forward, draw back with the shoulders, lift with the chin. Good. All the while maintaining the rooting and the grounding of the feet into the floor. Exhale, find our cat pose. Round through with the shoulders. Find the arch in the back. Tuck the chin into your chest. Good. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. slowly bring it back up to neutral. We'll take it into some hip circles. So I think I referenced this before as that episode of SpongeBob when he says, bring it around town. Pretty much same concept. So hands come to the sides of the hips. And we're gonna push our hips back and then forward. Now as you press the hips forward, I want you to press the tops of the thighs out. Over accentuate, push out to stretch the tops of the thighs. And back. Good. Nice and slow. Bring it around. And then we'll take it to the opposite direction, counterclockwise. Same concept, push out to stretch the tops of the thighs. This is a super integral part of finding our hip mobility. Working those hip flexors. Good, bring it back into center. And now I will make my way to the front of the mat. You can stay in front of the mat and meet me there. You can move positions. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lift. And then we'll fold it forward. Good. Hands can either come down to the mat. You can find a bend to the knees, or you can reach down to blocks, whatever works. So let's find a little bit more comfort in our forward fold with some deeper breaths. So every inhale, length, crown the head down to the toes. Every exhale, depth as chest draws in towards the thighs. As you draw into the thighs, I want you to find a gentle shift forward to the front of the feet. You'll find that extra juicy stretch behind the legs. Now keep in mind, you can always keep that bend in the knees and slowly begin to straighten the legs as you move deeper into the posture. Now maybe today, or maybe next time you practice. We'll take it into a forward fold variation. So slowly begin to bend with the right knee. Right palm rests alongside the right foot. It's always handy to use a block here when you're first starting with this posture, but this is one of my favorite forward fold variations for hip opening. So this right knee bends, the left leg stays straight. As I press my palm down into the block or into the floor, on my inhale, I'm going to open up to the left side, send my left fingers up toward the ceiling. Say hello to your left hip. Breathe deeply. And then exhale, slowly release back down to the forward fold. And this time find a bend in the left leg. So left knee bends. Right leg remains straight. Left hand into the block or into the floor. Inhale, reach the right fingers up toward the ceiling. Find that extra fold forward. Deep breath in, exhale, fold. Take it over to the right side. We'll do one more time on each side. So right knee bends, left leg is straight, open it up. And exhale, release, and over to the left side. Left knee bend, right leg straight, right fingers up towards the ceiling. Slowly release, back down to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze over the tip of the nose, shift the weight to the center of the feet. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, rise to stand. And exhale, release hands by your side. Good. Open the feet about hip width distance. Take a deep breath in. You bring your hands to your hips. On your exhale, hinge from the hips, fold it forward.
I'll settle into a ragdoll. So grab onto opposite elbows, allow your torso to hang heavy. I like to bring my torso in between my thighs and then lower down with my hips. And then find a sway side to side. Bring it back to center. I'll continue with the ragdoll variation, adding what I like to call bootstrappers. So either you can bring your hands underneath your feet, or you can cuff the fronts of your ankle with your hands. So we'll take it from here with a deep breath in, and then on the exhale, lower the hips down to the floor. Good. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And each inhale and exhale, we're taking it nice and deep. Up and down. Let's take 3 more. Up and down. Make sure when you're up, we're finding that shift of the weight into the center of the feet and down. Last one, up and down. We'll find comfort here in Malasana. So remember, with your Malasana, if you need a little bit of an extra support, you can rest your block underneath your hips. And move into the center. You can rest your blocks into your hips for a little bit of extra support if you need to. If not, remove the block. Find a root through the feet. Arms come to inner thighs, palms press together, draw back through the shoulders. Breathe. In out of the nose. Root through the floor. Visualize the resistance as you press the palms of the hands together to open wider with the knees. If this is not one of your favorite poses, think of how much good you're doing your hips right now. Bring a smile to the face, soften the face. One more deep breath in and out. We're not leaving Malasana just yet. We'll move it into Malasana twist. So bring the right palm to rest to the center of your Malasana. And then on your inhale, reach the left hand up toward the ceiling. Good. Find a nice deep twist as you press the right elbow into the right inner thigh. And then release to sides. Left hand down to the floor, left elbow presses into left inner thigh, right fingers up toward the ceiling. Slowly release, plant both palms, lift with the hips, and then let's make our way into downward facing dog. Once you've found your down dog, if you walk it out a little bit, the tricky thing about when we're working happy hips, it's not just the hips we're working. We're also giving love to the hamstrings, to the glutes, and to the quads, and to the core and lower back. It's all connected. Good. 3-legged dog. Send the right leg up toward the ceiling. Pause here for a moment, breathe. Keep the connection into your mat as you spread wide through the fingers, root through the backs of the knuckles, circumference of the palm. That back foot stays nice and grounded, spread through the toes. Then we're going to bring a tail wag to our down dog, our 3-legged down dog. Bend with that top leg as we open up the hips. Nice stretch to the hip flexors. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, slowly transition into a low lunge. So bring the right knee through, ground the right foot, lower the back knee. Inhale, reach up, hands come to the tops of the thighs, settle into your lunge for a bit. So we're aligning our knee with our second toe as we shift forward, draw back through the right hips and the left hip forward for nice neutral hips. And then we'll move into our low lunge with a quad stretch. So left hand comes down to your mat or on top of the block. As you are rooted into your block or your mat, reach the right hand back and grab onto the back foot. So draw the back heel into the hip as you shift forward. Breathe. Slowly release, lower that back knee, the back foot down. And we'll move it into half splits. Plant both palms either down to your mat or on top of the blocks. And then straighten out with the front leg, draw the toes into the face. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good. We'll take 3 more breaths. Option to stay here as we continue to breathe, or on your exhale, you can fold it in a little bit deeper. Every breath, inhale for length, exhale for depth. 1 more breath. Good. Shift it forward, lizard lunge. Walk the right foot out to the side of the mat. You can extend the back leg up a little bit. And then either lower down to the palms or forearms to mat or blocks. Press down to the top of the back foot as we root in and breathe. Good. Slowly rise up. Plant the palms. Send the right leg back. And then we'll lift back up into our downward facing dog. So tuck the toes. Send the hips up. Feel free to walk your dog. Then we'll take our 3-legged dog, but this time on the left side. So maintain a steady foundation as we lift up with the left leg. Breathe. And then open up for our tail wag. Take it open to the right side. Spread open the hips. Low lunge. Slowly bring the knee through. Ground the foot. Lower the back knee. Palms come to rest at the tops of the left thigh. Settle into your lunge, neutralize to the hips. Front knee aligns with the second toe. Breathe. Slowly release. Find our quad stretch. Ground the right palm down to your mat or on top of a block. Reach the left hand around for the outer edge of our back foot. Draw the back heel in as we send it forward. Slowly release that back foot. Bring the palms to frame the front foot or on top of blocks. Straighten out with that front leg, half split. Deep breath in, exhale. Remember, option to stay here and breathe these next 3 breaths, or on your exhale, take it a little bit deeper. last breath. Lizard lunge. Reach it forward, inch the left foot out to the left side of the mat. Palms come to the center, either press down into the mat or lower down to your forearms, mat or blocks. Extend back to that back leg, move through the top of the right foot. Settle in. It's always super important to check in when you work different sides. For some people, their left side may be tighter or their right side. So it's also important to check in. How are your hips feeling? What sensations are popping up? Is there any tension everywhere? Some tightness? But also the opposite. Is there any ease anywhere? How can I modify, intensify? These are all questions to ask while you're practicing. Good. Slowly rise it up and out. Bring it into tabletop. From our tabletop, we'll move straight into our pigeon. So right knee comes behind the right wrist. Right foot trails behind the left wrist as we extend back through the left leg. Inhale, lift through the chest, set the foundation. Exhale, fold it forward. Maintaining nice, steady midline as we keep the body to the center. So we're shying away from dumping into the side. And then examine if you need to deepen your pigeon by creating more of a figure four, but all the while still maintaining the stack of the right heel in line with the left hip. Slowly rise. Tap the fingertips, take a slight back bend as we draw back the shoulders, press the chest through. Let's move it into our double pigeon or Adho Savasana fireball pose. I'll turn around so you can get a better view. So right leg stacks on top of, left leg stacks on top of right. And we want to find a proper stack where we have the left heel on top of the right knee on top of the left heel. Now this is a very tight hip opener. If you do need a little bit of a modification, you can always place your block in front of you and rest the top foot onto that block. Or you can take a completely different pose altogether. Just find Savasana easy pose. Regardless of wherever you are, we're going to either stay here and breathe as we reach the hands back behind the hips, send the tops of the legs forward, or you can fold forward, fingers in front of you, push back the hips. As I said before, this is a very deep hip opener, so take your time. It may take a couple classes to get into the full expression of this pose, and that's totally fine. There's always ways to modify. Slowly walk it up. Make your way back into tabletop. We'll take our pigeon on the opposite side. So the left knee behind the left wrist, left foot trails behind the right wrist. Send the right foot back, press to the top of the foot. Deep breath in, set the foundation of the posture. Exhale, fold. Check in with this side. How is your left side compared to your right? For me, my left side is a little bit more tight than my right. So I definitely have to give my left side a little bit more ease and understanding and patience. That's totally normal. Good.
Good. Slowly rise it up. Do the fingertips. Find your slight back bend. Press the chest through. Good. Fire log on the opposite side. So draw the right leg around. Stack the shins. Line up. Knee over ankle. Ankle over knee. And then either hands can come behind you as you press down to the knees. Or kind of fold forward, reach the hands in front of you. On your inhale, reach to the fingers. On your exhale, push back through the hips. One more deep breath in. And out. Good. Slowly walk it up. And find wide-legged forward fold. So legs open up nice and wide. Root down through the thighs. Feet toes point up toward the ceiling. On your inhale, reach up. On your exhale, lift and reach forward. Wherever you land, find your breath. In and out of the nose. Inhale for length. Exhale for depth. On your inhale, reach to the fingers. On your exhale, push back to the hips. Ground down through the quads to root into the mat. Heels are rooted as well as toes point up. So it's all a reminder to do. We're not just sitting here. We're still actively stretching as we breathe. Breathe into any areas that are tight. Feel any tension in the hips and the groin. Slowly walk it up. Bend in at the knees. Find Baddha Konasana, bound ankle. Interlace your fingers around your toes. Wrap the arms in as you draw down at the knees. Breathe. One more deep breath in. Good. Slowly draw your knees together. And then lower your way down to your mat. Extend your legs out in front of you, feet open to the sides. Take a few moments just to settle in. Go ahead and bring both thighs into chest. Extend your legs up toward the ceiling. Plant your palms alongside your hips. Allow your legs to hang heavy. Take a moment to wiggle the toes, rotate the ankles. Clockwise and counterclockwise. It's a cool fact that ankle mobility is correlated with hip mobility. So just as much as we stretch our hips and our hamstrings and our quads, we also need to work on the mobility and flexibility of the ankles, the toes, the feet in general. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, happy baby, my favorite. Bring the hands to the bottoms of the feet or the backs of the thighs. And then knees frame the torso. So find a rock side to side. Bring it back to center. bound angle, but this time supine. So join the feet together, lower the connected feet down to your mat, knees open out to the sides, palms can rest to your inner thighs. Settle in for a few breaths. Good. Bring your hands to your knees, draw your thighs together, and settle in for Savasana. So extend one leg at a time down to your mat. Feet open out to the sides, palms face up to the ceiling. And settle into a little bit of rest and a little bit of ease. Soften your face, allow your body to lie heavy. And flow along with the natural rhythm of your breath. Slowly begin to bring movement to your fingers, your toes, anywhere else that calls. Take a yawning stretch, arms reach up overhead, stretch from head to toe. And then curl it over to your side. Take a few more breaths here. And then when you're ready, begin to press your way up to a comfortable seat. Eyes can remain closed, hands can rest down to the thighs, hands can come up to heart center. We'll finalize class with 3 deep breaths into the nose and out of the mouth. Deep breath in, open the mouth, let it out. Deep breath in and out. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Slowly begin to blink open your eyes, return to this space. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I look forward to seeing you next time.